All right, what's going on, everybody? You know what time it is. It's the Post Fight Podcast, your weekly dose of one championship news. We are here to give you your fix. Nick Akin, JHK. How's it going, John? You're in Phuket now, finally settling in. You've moved, got that new studio there. Well, it looks a little bit blurred. I can't see what's going on. But how is life over in the original Fight Island?
It's I'm just getting settled in. Yeah, I got some things in the works right now. Got some equipment being sent over, so hooking up the mini studio, so to say. But yeah,
That is good. So this week I do have the condenser mic back up. I'm not entirely sure if it's working. Please let me know if my audio sounds bad. I still have the AirPods in. I have not bought a new pair of headphones yet. Times have been tough. Been a very busy week. I have a lot of other work I've been doing for SCMP. So I'm glad to finally get to indulge myself with an hour and a half of one championship action. You know what, John? I'll be honest. I was worried about the podcast this week. Up until a day or two ago, I was thinking, what are we going to talk about? Because last week was action packed. We had so much to talk about: Rod Tank, Superleg, and Andrade Haggerty. So many big fights, all of these. And then that's why we lined up the landslide himself, Eduard Folayang. He'll be on here in about half an hour. He's got a new fight coming up in Singapore. But other than that, I was struggling to think what we can talk about. But until yesterday, a lot of big fight news has broken. We have got Sundell against Alicia Rodrigues for the strawweight Muay Thai title in Singapore. We've got Shinya Aoki versus Mikey Musamichi in Bangkok. We have got Jon Di Bella. Jonathan Di Bella is back, everybody, against Daniel Williams. He's defending his strawweight kickboxing title. Bonus interview. Jon Di Bella will be joining us here tonight around about 10 o'clock. So in an hour or so. Don't you worry, guys. I got your back. You know we have to get JDB in as soon as his fight was announced. So he'll be jumping on the show. So 2 interviews for you today: Eduard Folayang, Jon Di Bella. Other than that, we're going to talk about all the big news. I see everyone in the chat already saying hello. Good to see you all. John, where do you want to start? Maybe it's best to start with Samila Sundell, because we'll have Jon Di Bella later. We can talk about that fight then. But let's start with that big news. Samila Sundell against Alicia Helen Rodrigues. Jackie Buntam was originally going to rematch Samila. Jackie has a family issue, so she pulled out of that fight last week. Chatri told me they were finding options. It looked like this fight wasn't going to happen. Samila was not going to be in this card. They have found someone. It's Alicia Rodrigues, atomweight Muay Thai champion, going for the champ status. First double 2 division champion, whatever you want to call it, in Muay Thai. She's going for history, John. What do you think of this?
I love it. I love that they're putting these fights together, and they kind of had limited options after Jackie Buntan pulled out. So Alicia wants to stay active. Why not give her a chance to be, or yeah, give her a chance to be a historic individual, right? With 2 titles and 2 weight classes, and yeah, she's moving up, in weight, so she doesn't have to worry about the drop down at all. I love it. I'm excited for this. I think this is going to be a showstopper.
Showstopper is a good word. Yes, she was incredible in that fight with Janet Todd. I don't know what to make of this fight. Yes, it's Samila Sundell is 18 years old. She was 17, John, when she won the title against Jackie, but she battered Jackie almost from the second round to the end. I think Jackie, if you're going to give one round to Jackie, it may have been the first round. I mean, I can't even remember. I think it was April last year. We were both in Phuket at the time, but incredibly impressive. But we haven't seen her really since then in Muay Thai. She had a kickboxing fight, I think, a month ago or maybe 2 months ago, on One Friday Fights, One Lumpini. So in theory, she's had a year or more to improve. Sorry, Siri is turning up on my laptop. I didn't ask for you, Siri. I said in theory. Talking about Samila Sundell. Anyway, yeah. So you're expecting an improved Samila here, John?
we'll see. You know, I mean, of course, we're gonna expect to improve because she's what? What is she now? She's 19 now, 18,
18, yes. She
18,
was
right?
17 when she won that belt.
So you know, I mean, she's overachieving. Let's just say that, right? Who wins a world title at 17 years old, especially at that level? Not many out there except for her. Yeah, I'd expect an improved version, but I expect like a bulldozer version of Rodriguez as well. You know what I mean? I think this fight, I like Rodriguez in this one, man. I think she might have that pressure style to win this fight, you know, against her.
Yeah, interesting. We ran a poll on the Instagram stories earlier, and it's obviously skewed if a fighter shares the post, but they both shared it. So you never know. It could be just who had the bigger fan base, but it looked like Alicia was winning that poll. I'll just check it now for you guys. Here we go. Bear with me 1 second. Everyone who watches the show knows I'm not the most technologically adept. Yes, Alicia has 57%, and Smiller has 43%, and that says a lot. It says a lot. Not saying our poll is conclusive, but interesting, John, isn't it?
It's some of the most accurate, you know, polls you could refer to, right? I look at it like
Yes.
that.
Our fan base, our knowledgeable fan base. Yes, I think obviously Alicia has the experience. Alicia herself is not that old, but she has I would say more experience than Smiller, and she looked incredible against Jackie. She looked incredible. Sorry, Janet. She looked incredible against Stamp. That's all I can really go off. We've not seen her, much more in one championship. So a lot of questions, John. But if you give me, if you put a gun to my head, whatever you want to say, you stick me on the fence, I might say Alicia Rodriguez for this one. But don't hate me, Smiller. Sorry. I'm not, don't want to underestimate Smiller. She's incredible for her age, and it's scary to think where she might be, John, in 5 or 10 years, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we definitely shouldn't underestimate Samila. You know, she's the bigger fighter, the longer fighter, taller fighter. It's just that Rodriguez, man, she's got that like mean streak in her. You know, she just goes in there and just tries to, you know, whack you. You know what I mean? It's just weed whacker in there. She's just I like her style, and I think stylistically, it's a good matchup for her. With you know, even if you put into in the factor of like size and all of that stuff, I think I think Rodriguez is strong enough, man. She's built for the division.
She is built for the division, but I worry, John. Will she be built for the division in a few years? She could, in theory, grow, and then she may not even make the weight. Do you know what I mean? That's the problem.
Ah, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how long can she defend this belt? But that's for another day. That's for another day. Anyway, uh, I have to say, we spelt Folayang's name wrong on the
We
graphic.
did.
I'm just, yeah. I'm just gonna change that quickly now. Sorry, Eduard. Uh, John, take over for a sec, will you? I'll just talk
Okay.
this. But will you
Okay.
grab some comments and things?
Okay. Well, I don't understand how we spelled his name wrong, but I guess I did. That's my fault because I'm the one who did all those. For Liang, right?
Yeah. We have
What do you have?
Folayang. I'm so sorry,
uh,
Eduard.
yes, that's my bad. I had no idea. I switched those letters up for some reason. But anyways, yes, you know, Alicia Rodriguez. I will be going down to Phuket Fight Club in the next couple of days to meet with her coach and her as well. Watch some of the training that they do. Maybe get some footage. Maybe get an interview. We'll see what happens. But you know, those guys and girls over there at Phuket Fight Club, they train hard, man. They do 2.5 hours in the afternoon, but then they have training sessions in the morning as well. Think about that. That's insane. Like they're doing 2 hours in the morning and then 2.5 hours or 2 hours at night, 2 a days.
That
That's
yeah, that's
rough.
crazy. You've been down at Tiger Muay Thai this week, haven't you? And you were going to interview Alicia actually, I think, but it's now next week, right?
Oh, tomorrow. This next
Tomorrow. Okay,
Wednesday. Yeah.
perfect timing. Yeah, you can ask her about this. But you also spoke to Fabricio Andrade at Tiger
Yes.
about his fight with Haggerty. That interview, everyone will be up on
Very soon.
maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I think
Very,
tomorrow.
very soon.
Yes. Well, I'll change the. Oh, it's fine on the Instagram. Yeah, just on the YouTube thumbnail we have Folayang, and I get it. Yeah, I've done this a
Asian
million times.
Asian
Yeah,
names. I'm just gonna
yeah.
say it out. I'm just gonna put it out there. It's not easy. It's not
We'll
easy.
leave it for now, but yeah,
Coming from
we'll
an Asian.
we'll switch it out. Yeah, I'll make a new thumbnail. We have Jon Di Bella as well, so I could do a little double thumbnail of the
Oh, a
show.
double
But
thumbnail transition.
double thumbs up,
Yes, that's the slick Nick.
slick neck. Yeah. Well, let me look at some comments here. Audio is good, says Nicola, and I think Nicola was also loving your NWO Rodman shirt. I love that shirt as well. I gave you some props for that in Bangkok last time. It is an awesome shirt, says AH. Agreed. Any truth to the rumors, asks Anonymous, of an October fight being announced between Kent Hamlin and Korean John? Well, Kent hasn't turned up yet.
Yes,
I
where
think,
is Kent?
where is
Is he
Kent?
waiting for Edward? Is that what
He
he's
waiting for
doing?
Eduard Folayang. Yeah, he's waiting. He's waiting. I don't know. We'll see if Kent turns up. My
Kent
nemesis,
Hamlin.
Big Sniff, saying what's going on with the MMA champions? Perhaps there's something in the works. Well, yeah, that is a concern still to me, John. We're not seeing any of the MMA champions. It is good to see some of the kickboxing people getting some love again. JDB and Smiller, Muay Thai, and Fabricio and Andrade kickboxing. But yes, MMA is still a worry, still a concern. I do feel that the 3 cards coming up that stretch from 22 of September to October 7th with Singapore in the middle, September 30, those are going to be 3 really good cards, and I feel we're finally getting back to the level I expect from one championship card, and I think which hasn't been the case for the whole of this year. We've had some cards that on paper were not very enticing, but they still were very watchable and enjoyable. But they were held together by a main event or a couple of interesting ones. But John, do you feel the quality is back now?
It's starting to it's starting to rise up, right? It's starting to rise up. I feel like when the new year starts, when the new year hits, we'll go back to the champions regularly defending their belts. I don't think we'll have many more super fights. Maybe in the grappling, but like I don't think uh, in the new year, I don't think we're gonna have that much more. I just think Chatri's getting all of this stuff out of his system now, and have these fights as when he can make them. And then I'm not saying super fights are over with, but I'm saying like I think at start of next year there'll be a new path, a new game plan, and that game plan is to have champions defend their titles continuously because they have so many champions.
They do. They do. I feel some sort of page has been turned to a corner where maybe yes, there were budget constraints or whatever for the last few months, and that meant we couldn't get all the things we wanted. But now it looks like to me that the constraints have been lifted. These cards, 3 title fights in October 7th card. Tawanche Superbon, Fabricio Haggerty, JDB Minity. You got Mikey on there with Shinya as well. That's great. And then Singapore, you have Angela's going to be there. You've got Stamp versus Ham, Smiller and Alicia. I think there's only 2 title fights, but it's a pretty good card. Otherwise, from what I've seen, I know a few things are in the works for both of those cards as well. But yes, anonymous thing. I think Alicia versus Smiller is going to be the Strawweight version of Superleg versus the Giraffe, who I think you're referring to, Nabil Anane, who's Superleg. Finished in the first round at Friday Fights 23, I think. I'm going to forget these numbers soon, but the one we went to, John, in June. Here you go. Rodrigues, Low Diff, Stamp, and Janet. Yes. Do you think Alicia jumped the queue a little bit? Or is this a deserved match, John? What do you think? I don't think Janet would have gone up. I don't know. I think that the only other challenger, you could realistically do was Iman Barlow, but I think that wasn't going to happen. I think she was originally taking the fight, and then you could ask Anissa Mexon, but I think Anissa's going to refuse to do it. This seemed like the only thing possible, huh?
Yeah, of course. On short notice, I think that most likely Alicia was looking for a fight. You know what I mean? And it was either a title defense or this. And of course, she's going to make the choice of taking this.
Yeah,
fight.
And I think for Alicia, it's like you say, who could she fight? It's either she goes for Janet's other belt, Stamp's tied up. The only other option really is Pet Gija. And that's something you don't want to mess with right now, I think. You want to see Pet Gija maybe have a few more fights before you deal with that problem. Because trust me, Pet Gija will be fighting for the belt pretty soon, I would say within a year. Anyway. Okay. Lohman versus Lineker just got announced right now, says Nicola. Yeah, I was telling John earlier that was in the works, I had heard. So there we go. Another fight we've just seen. John Lineker will fight Stephen Lohman.
Two guys that don't make weight.
Yeah. We could call it a catchweight. Just call it catchweight MMA for now.
It's probably going to be a catchweight because one of them is going to miss weight or not pass hydration or something. Well, you have to pass hydration to fight, right? So, Lohman versus Lineker, that's a quick turnaround for Lineker, right?
Yeah, I don't think he took much damage against Kim Jae-young. He was quite fortunate to get that finish in the end. I think I did ask one of the judges, who did you have winning the fight had it gone to decision, and they said Lineker. So what did you think, John? If it had gone to a decision there, do you think Lineker would have lost that fight?
I thought Kim did well.
I did, yeah.
Yeah. But
it was well enough,
Yeah.
Because you don't get to see the scorecards unless it goes to decision. I would love to see what the scorecards might say before that. Anyway, Ham needs to have her reign in women's MMA, says Angelo. My money's on Alicia, says Grant. Big sniff back here saying, do you think one would be better served to embrace a comprehensive ranking system, even if it's just top 5 to 10? Yeah, a lot of people were asking or talking about rankings, right, John, after Andrade Haggerty fight was announced. Hang on, we should talk about this fight. Sorry. We'll get back to the ranking question. We didn't actually talk about this. Lohman versus Lineker. Thoughts, John? Who's winning this?
I say Lohman wrestles him and controls him and wins by decision.
Yeah, I think Lohman's a lot bigger. But you see that Lineker, he's got that power to turn the lights out, right? Kim thought he'd done enough, but you have to be switched on until the very last second, right? Well, how many seconds were left? 4 seconds against Kim Jae-young.
Oh, was it?
Madness,
Damn,
something
Forza.
crazy like that. Yeah. So you never know. I feel like Loman's got a chin though, and I I think even if Lineker wins, I'm not sure they're in a rush to do Lineker Andrade trilogy. It all depends on Andrade and Haggerty, what happens there as well. But I could see if Lineker wins that and Andrade beats Haggerty, I could see them doing Andrade Haggerty Muay Thai. See if Andrade can do the clean sweep. You know what I mean? But anyway, interesting. That's a fun fight. Another good one in Singapore. That card's looking good too. We'll uh, we'll bring it up on screen later. But I was talking. Who was it? Big Sniff. Like, do you think we'll be better served to brace rankings? Yeah. Um, Rankings is the big issue right now. I feel like one is kind of living in the middle of having a real ranking system, but then also just booking better fights to live outside the rankings. You know what I mean? What do you think, John? Would you prefer to see some of these super fights, or would you like to see? Oh, hold that thought actually, because the landslide is here. So we'll come back to you, Big Sniff. But anyway, Edward, Edward Folayang, how are you doing, sir? It's good to see you.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Uh, just finished my training, and thank you for the opportunity to be here again.
Oh, thank you, thank you. We have a lot to catch up on, Edward. So much has happened, I think, since we last spoke to you on this channel. I know I spoke to you in Denver, but tell us everything that's happened. You left Team Lakai. You set up your own new gym, Lions Nation MMA. You got a bunch of the guys from Lakai have just stood up and followed you there. How's the new gym going? How's everything settling in? Just talk us through all this drama, this new stuff that's happening.
Well, of course, the reason we left Team Lakay is that we want to venture out. We want to go out on our comfort zone and try new things. That's why after we left, we go in the US with Joshua to train. So it's more about learning new things and utilizing all the remaining years of fighting before calling it a calling it a career.
Yeah, you talk about calling it a career, but I know you're not done anytime soon, and you have a fight book now in Singapore
Yeah,
against Amir Khan.
mm, yeah. That's that's a great thing for us because I'll be representing a new team now, and September is a very memorable time for me because it's September 3, where the One Championship held its inaugural event. So after 12 years, I'm still here competing, and I'm very excited to showcase the things that I've learned within that span of time.
Yeah, and this is the man you beat to become a champion, right? You know, you there was a
Y-
vacant title, and you had the fight.
Yeah, that was in 2018.
Yeah, and is this a fight you called for? Who made this fight happen?
One just called me and uh, told me about the fight against Amir, and I think it's gonna be a good fight. We've been able to compete with Amir in the Philippines, and now we'll be competing in Singapore. So I think it makes a lot of sense.
And now everyone has been saying Edward for a long time. They're always asking, "Are you going to retire? Are you going to retire?" Can you give us a definitive answer? How long do you want to stay competing?
I love this sport, and time can be able to tell when we are already getting out of there. But for me, I know that I still have that time to redeem myself and to be back in the winning circle. I have a goal in my life, and if I think, and if I see that I'm not capable any longer to be there, then I need to hang up my gloves. But for me, I think I'm still there. I think it's just some necessary adjustment to do for me to be back, and that's what I'm doing. You know.
Yeah, is this move to Lions Nation? Is that part of setting up your own gym? Is that part of thinking you can still compete at the top level in this division, and you just needed a fresh environment? Is that why you left Team Lakai?
It's one of the reason. For me, I just want to venture out and try new things. I just want to, as I've said before, I just want to utilize the remaining years of my fighting career. So as much as possible, I need to do whatever things that is necessary for me to do that.
Yeah, things have changed a lot, really, haven't they, since that last fight with Amir Khan? You've been on a bad stretch, I guess, of results in MMA. Have doubts gone through your mind? Have you thought maybe I should leave, or are you confident you can still, show everyone you can really be a name to contend with in this division?
Yes, I believe I still have what it takes. So, these fights is very important for me. I need to unleash whatever greatness that is within me. I need to prepare well, and whatever the result, it will determine the decision that I'll be making in the future.
All right. Well, we have some questions in the chat. I'll get to. Anyone else want to ask questions? Please just put it in the chat. But John, I want to throw it over to you. If you have anything for the landslide, please ask it now.
You went stateside to go train with a couple of the guys. Where'd you guys go train, and who did you guys get to work with in detail?
In the US,
Yes.
yeah, I in 2018 I was able to be in Jackson Wink, and the pandemic came, and it's the first thing that came into my mind when I get back in the US. I get to train again with Greg Jackson and Winkle John and the other coaches in the US. And after that, I was able to go in wild card because one of the trainers there is my classmate in high school. So we had been able to work out in my boxing skills, and after that I go in King's MMA, where I'd been able to meet Binil Darius, and it was good because I had been able to learn from those people who is in this sport and who is doing well in this sport.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, those are some incredible names, and yeah, some long, well-established teams as well. How is it working with Coach Jackson? I mean, he's like probably one of the greatest minds
Mm.
in MMA ever.
Yeah, Greg is a good coach. He was able to figure out the things where I keep stumbling. So he had been able to figure out three ways on how I can be able to overcome that. So working with him is a privilege because he was been able to be in this sport for a long time, and had been able to be with those great fighters who is competing in the world of martial arts. So learning from him and getting those things that I can be able to use not only as a fighter but as a coach in the future can be able to help me to be a better coach someday.
Looks like we got a lot of questions, Nick.
Yeah, all right. I just want to thank Anonymous here though for the super sticker. Very generous, $9.99. I always forget we actually have super chats and things like that. So I really appreciate it when anyone, if it does a super chat or a sticker or whatever, all your contributions are great. I really love that. Thank you so much, Anonymous. There are some questions for the landslide here. First, we'll go to Anonymous, who has just made that generous donation there. He's asking, landslide, what's the key to eternal youth? Yeah, you still look so young, man.
Yeah, I love this sport, so as much as possible, I need to do the things that is necessary for me to be fit and to be competitive. Especially that as we age, there's a lot of things that you cannot do when you're still young. So I think it's more about discipline. It's more about discipline on the way you handle your lifestyle, on the way you handle your time and your training.
Yeah, I need some of that. I swear you must have some products you're putting on, some skin stuff. I
Oh,
don't
no,
know,
no,
man.
no, no. It doesn't require that.
Just lucky. All right. Well, AH is asking, when you eventually hang up your gloves, are you going to just be coaching full time at the new gym?
Yeah, that's one of the things that I'm considering right now. But the fire is still there to compete. So yeah, probably in the future, if we can be able to pass on the next generation the things that we had learned in this sport, then we will be happy to see young fighters rising up.
Where is the new gym as well? Could I ask? Is it closer to Manila or what?
No, no, no. It's still in La Trinidad, Benguet. So it's in the northern part of the Philippines.
Okay. All right. And I have a question as well. I have to ask you. I saw you in Denver. You and Joshua, you were doing these. I was impressed how much of strength of the beer you were having. They were like 9%. Some of these beers you guys were knocking back. Really strong stuff. I know that you have Red Horse in Philippines. Are you a fan of the Red Horse beer?
Not so, but the beers in Denver is really, really strong.
Yeah, I was so impressed. Yeah, because I was having Coors Light, which is very low, but I saw some of the guys. You guys were just. I was
No,
very
no, no.
impressed.
We
Yeah.
we will just trying if how hard it can kick. Because in the Philippines, the Red Horse can be able to kick you. It's strong. It's strong.
Yeah, Brandon Vera told me in Manila in December that Red Horse, that in every batch of Red Horse, there's one bottle that is a backwards label, and that's like even stronger than the normal one. Have you heard this? Is this an urban myth or something?
I think the beer is really strong here. It's one of the roughest beer that you can be able to take,
Yeah,
and I think it goes with the name Red Horse. That's why it can kick you back strong, really strong.
yeah. If you haven't tried it, everyone, John, have you had Red Horse before?
No, I've never had Red Horse ever.
Right. Well, Edward,
Let's try
if
one. Yeah, yeah,
next time there's a show in Manila, I think after we'll have to
yeah,
have
yeah,
a
yeah.
Red Horse together. Okay.
I will be the one
Uh,
to get you to.
well, if you win your fight there, I'll bring a Red Horse to you for your post fight interview. Yeah.
Oh wow,
Maybe
that will be
maybe
great.
even in Singapore. Yeah, we'll find a Red Horse.
Yeah, but
You
that
know.
will be a good advertisement for Edwards.
Yeah, but it might be quite early though, because it'll be in the morning, won't it? So it
Oh,
depends.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The Singapore card is in the morning.
But I'm sure we can get hold of Red Horse in Singapore. I mean, there's Filipinos everywhere. There's so many in Hong Kong, and I speak to loads of them here, and they all know you. You're like a complete legend in the Philippines. How does that feel to be? I know you were kind of included in, I think, the top 100 most famous Filipino sports people. I don't know if that's the exact name, but what's it like? Yeah, being such a legend. How do you deal with that day to day?
Yeah, for me, I just don't think that I'm there. I just do my stuff. Training. The same person before. They can be able to come and talk to me. I can talk to them. So it's just a normal thing.
Yeah, very
No big
humble, very
deal.
down to earth guy. There's some more here. I'll just get to the chat. AH again saying, who's your favorite training partner in the USA this time around? I know you obviously said Benil Dariush, but yeah, anyone else you could mention?
When I was in New Mexico, there's a lot of fighters coming in Europe, especially from Italy. And they are good strikers too, they came there to train and know more about the sport. And I really enjoy training with them. They are great in striking. Some of them came from France, but a lot of them are from Italy. So I just really enjoy training with these guys from Italy.
That's good. Uh, Angelo would love to train with you or get coached by you, Eduard. Can people turn up at Lions Nation and do what's the deal? Can they come and get coached by you?
Yeah, if he can be able to go at the gym, I can be able to coach him on how to eat balut.
Do you know? Did Jared Brooks ever eat a balut? Because he said he was going to have
No,
a balut with Joshua.
no, I think he should be eating one because that's the deal. After the fight, should be eating one, but he was not able to do so. So probably I'm looking forward when they have a match again. Probably that time, whatever the result, he can be able to eat one.
Yeah, for people who don't know, what is it? It's like a tiny bird, a live bird or something inside. I can't remember what it actually is. It's something
Yeah,
crazy.
it's in it didn't become a chick yet. So it's near on becoming chick.
Yeah, just Google it if you don't know, guys. But uh, from Jack here asking Edward, which current one fighters remind you of yourself, your younger self?
I think Joshua, Joshua, I was able to see in him that passion to be a champion, and he was able to be a champion. And he is very willing to do everything for him to be back again in that area. So I really see myself when I train with him and when I'm with him.
It sounds like he's gonna fight. I'm hearing Bokang Masanyane. Are you expecting him to win this fight and challenge Jared Brooks for the title again?
Yes, of course. Joshua is a very diligent fighter. He have a high IQ in the sport, and I think he learned his lesson on the first encounter with Jared. So I'm looking forward that he can be able to that we can be able to have Jared versus Joshua the second time around.
All right, this is actually a question I've always wanted. Is it Edward or Edouard? How are we pronouncing it exactly?
It's Edward. Eduard.
Edward.
Yeah,
Okay, Edward.
Eduard. Yeah.
All right, we got it. Hope that helps, Jack. Any other questions? Let us know in the chat. But otherwise, yeah, Edward, just tell us what's going to happen when you get back. It's going to be in a cage. We've been in the ring for the last God knows how many months, in Bangkok, but we're back in Singapore, first time since March. The circle will be there. What's going to happen when you step in there with Amir Khan for this rematch?
Yeah, of course, the fans will be exciting and an explosive fight. We had been able to showcase with Amir a good fight on the last outing that we have been able to be together. So I think we can be able to showcase more, a different one this time.
All right. Jack says I've missed his other question. I'm sorry, Jack. I don't know which one it was. Just type it again in the chat. Otherwise, yeah. So when are you heading out there? I know we still got another 6 weeks or so. It's not as bad as the COVID era, was it? Right, you kind of had to struggle through that COVID era. How much better is it now to be able to go and not have all these restrictions placed on you?
It's a good thing, we'll be able to see on the way we perform difference on the COVID and on the endemic this time. So I'm expecting, my family can be able to go there also to watch. So it will be more relaxed. You can be able to go there without thinking on the restrictions that you are not expecting. So this time, it will be not only an exciting one, but it will be a fight to watch. Especially, the card is a stacked one.
It is very stacked. We just got announced today. Sumiller Sundell, Alicia Rodrigues.
Yeah, that's a
There's
great
two
fight.
title fights. It's going to be good. All female lead card, I think. How happy are you to still be part of such big cards? You are one of the legends in One Championship. As you said, you were the very first show. You're an OG, as we say. How much pride does that give you?
Yeah, I'm so I'm so happy and proud because after all these years you can be able to see the growth of One Championship and the way it expands to the world. Even the US, everybody is talking about it. So I'm expectant that One Championship can even go further.
Yeah, and I know. Couple more questions. Sorry, we're keeping you longer than I asked. If you need to leave, just tell us. Aiden is saying, how did you feel about Amir Khan against Keanu? Did you watch that fight? Keanu Suba beat Amir Khan.
Yeah, that was a good fight. Keanu was able to get that counter with a straight, and he was able to follow up Amir with a barrage of punches. So I think it was a good fight. It was a good fight, and of course it will be different with our fight because Amir was able to get down in the featherweight on the time they was able to meet Keanu. So I think there will be a difference on the way he performed, especially that we will be fighting in the lightweight division.
And I guess my final question is just how did this bromance start with Benil Dariush? How did I have no idea how you met him. It seemed really random to me that you guys were just staying at his house, but what's the story there?
you know, I don't know how it all happened, but there's this a good a pastor who contacted me that if I'm willing to go and train in King's MMA because they were close with Binil. So I take the chances, I take the chances, and we was able to meet Benny. And the good thing is that we share the same faith. We've been able to learn from him on the spec of the sport. So I think it's the commonality of faith that we had been able to be close together.
All right. Well, John, if you have anything else, I'll throw it back to you. Otherwise, we'll let Eduard get out of here.
Nothing else from me. Good luck, Edward, and on the fight. It's going to be an incredible matchup.
All right. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah.
And
We'll see you there.
Yeah. See you in Singapore.
Yeah, man. Good luck. Catch you in a few weeks. And thank you for joining us, sir. It's always a pleasure to speak to a real legend, one of the OGs of One Championship, Eduard the Landslide Folayang. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, we have got more for you. Jon Di Bella will be coming in. Sorry, I don't know what I've done there. Sorry, John, I cut you out. That was the Landslide. Yeah, such a nice guy, isn't he? He's just a real pleasure to be around, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of nice guys out there in this sport. He's just one of them. So extremely polite. You know what I mean?
Extremely polite. Uh, I will circle back to we were talking about rankings. Big Sniff was asking. Yes. What do you think, John? Rankings, do they matter in one? Should they matter?
Well, he said in the comment, comprehensive rankings system, right? I don't think there's anything that is a comprehensive ranking system that any promotion uses. It's very simple, right? There's nothing comprehensive about it. Um, Now, do the rankings matter? Yes, when you need them. And then there's moments when they don't matter. So if you want to have rankings, have rankings. If you don't want to have rankings, don't have rankings. Because at the end of the day, someone that's watching the sport, they really don't care about rankings, right? Like a fan watching, do they really care about rankings? Are they arguing over rankings?
I don't know. It it's weird. It's weird. It's the UFC has comprehensive rankings, but then people always argue about those rankings, saying they're wrong. And I think even if one did adhere to a comprehensive ranking system or embrace it, as Big Sniff is saying, people are still going to find issues with it.
Of course.
I mean, I'll be straight up. Is Fabricio Andrade against Jonathan Haggerty a better match than what we could have had? Let's say Akimoto against, I don't even know who you could have matched him up with. I think we were talking about it last time. People don't realize how damn good Fabricio Andrade is, like we were saying last time as well, at kickboxing. And Haggerty, yes, there might be question marks, about his kickboxing, and I know Fabricio talked to you about that. I'm fine with it. I really am. I would be pissed off if I'm Akimoto, but let's be honest. It's a bigger fight. It's going to draw more interest in one championship than if they had just gone with the rankings. There, you think?
Yeah, of course. Of course. You know what I mean? Like name recognition. Um, and this kind of shows you how far behind kickboxing is compared to the other sports that one championship offers, right? Like I think kickboxing is kind of falling to the side a little bit. You know, they they've put full force into the Muay Thai, and I'm learning about Muay Thai day after day. Right? It seems like that's what we're getting most of the time, and then MMA, is starting to come back as well.
But it's strange because arguably they have the best kickboxers, or some of the best kickboxers in the world. So why I don't know why they don't promote that. Although the lightweight, sorry, the featherweight division is probably the only one that still kind of moves along. But yes, I would love to see more kickboxing in one. I think I'm very happy. Fingers crossed more will be coming. Good to see JDB back, and I love it. I love it. Yes, Kent Hamlin. Everyone's asking why is he even here? No show, Kent. Says Angelo. Grant says Kent's not even going to make weight or pass hydration. Anonymous says busted for doping. Yes, maybe Kent's going to turn up already. Nicolas saying Yu Yao Pui needs to be given a contract after this Friday if she wins the mixed up in the women's division. Good card tomorrow night, John. Yeah, I think I'm going to be watching this one. I don't know if you've seen it, but maybe we can briefly check it out. One Friday Fights 29. My man Sexan, the man who shall not yield. He has the best nickname ever. What is it? The man who yields to no one. Yes, I love Sexan. Always fun. Look at this card. Sexan versus Isaac Araya. I'm liking this. We got 2 Pong series. Not just one, but 2 Pong series. We have Face. Face is back. Faria Aminapur, very, very highly rated. You know him well, John. You've just been down at Tiger. I think he's training there, right?
I believe so.
Faria Aminapur, sorry. Or is it
Yeah.
Phuket Fight Club? I can't remember. One of them.
Oh, he's at Tiger. Yes, you're right.
Is that Tiger?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just loving this card. Yeah, Yu Yao Pui. There she is.
Another victim.
Aguilantani.
What?
Another victim. Yeah, Aguilantani, the alligator. A rare outing for him. I think he fought
Wow.
actually in Kuala Lumpur in October, but it's weird. We haven't seen Aguilar. You know, just a former title challenger. He got destroyed, I think is fair to say, by Ben Askren. Back in the day, people probably don't even know that. Some of the newer fans have won, but yeah, I'll be watching this card. Very interesting. Let us know your thoughts on it in the chat. Anyway, I'm going to try and get through some more comments quickly. Lineker, Lohman. Yeah, that's just been made official in case you just joined us. Lineker will come in 10 pounds overweight, win and get a title shot, says Anonymous. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, Lohman came in overweight, beat Bibiano, who was overweight, got a title shot, and then now it's been taken away from him. So anything can happen in one. It's dramatic.
Exactly.
Vegan Crane asking, can we have a Panda interview soon? Well, Vegan Crane, maybe we can sort that out. We'll definitely speak to her in Singapore in Fight Week, but we'll see if we can get her before. Jack pointing out we're into 40K subs now. That's incredible. Jack's been following since it's below 10K. Yeah, I think, John, when did you come on board? How many did we have then? I don't even know. 2020 or whatever. I think it was less than 10K. Yeah, it's good to see the growth of the channel. Particularly still growing, even though we don't do UFC anymore. We're just doing one championship. So glad that we still have a fan base who are coming and checking us out, and we're growing every month. It's positive to see, that one championship is growing as well. That's what we want to see. A landslide. Oh, that's a question for Folayang, who's just left already. Right. Janet Todd's kickboxing belt has become a joke, says Ernesto. She's not defended it in 3 years. Yeah, I was thinking about this the other day, John. It is a bit wild, isn't it? What's going on there? She beat Stamp for the belt in February 2020. In the first show after the pandemic kind of became a thing, and it was an empty arena in Singapore. She's since fought, I think, 3 times, and none of them have been in defense of that belt. So what's going on there?
I have no idea. You know what I mean? It's just, that is the oddest thing, right? Like, she's still the champion. There's no talk about her being stripped, anything. And it's probably just due to the lack of contenders, challengers, right? The division. Does it even have a rankings?
Well, they had Anissa Mexon screaming for it, right? And
Yeah,
that's why
just,
she was so frustrated. So.
I think a lot of people are frustrated with that division.
I think so. I am a little bit.
But I think they're going to bring new blood in soon. And
I hope so. I hope so.
We will see blood.
Yeah, I still hope they can work it out with Anissa. I think that's a money fight still. Let me get through these comments quickly before JDB turns up. Here we go. JDB, yeah. Rankings are made up, says Andrew, much like jiu-jitsu. One returns to Singapore right after a UFC fight. Do you think there's a hidden message here?
Is there?
It might be trying to, fight for their turf. Anyway, we'll get back to that because JDB is here. I'll try and get to the rest of your comments later. But anyway, Jon Di Bella, what's up, man? It's really good to see you.
Hey guys, how are you?
We're good. I'm just excited because I wasn't sure we'd ever see you again. Things were looking like, John, what's going on in one championship? You weren't getting fights. You were. I know there was things going on. Talk us through what's happened. You've smoothed over everything. You're back now against Daniel Williams.
I'm back, guys. Yeah, me too. I never thought I was gonna see you guys again, but I'm here.
Yeah. What? So I know you and your dad. I think you said you met Chatri in New York. You talked to him. Positive talks, I imagine.
Yeah, man, everything was positive. We fixed everything, and like we'll get back on track, and here we are, man.
Yeah, it's good to see you back, and Daniel was a fight you were calling for, even before Denver. You wanted this fight for months, and now you've got it. What's it like to get what you want? Wish fulfillment, so to speak.
Yeah, man. I believe he called me out after I beat Zhang in Malaysia. So he called me out, and then after I saw that they had the Denver card, and I'm like, what a perfect kickboxing match to be on the Denver show in America. So I thought about that one, and I was pushing for that in Denver, but it didn't work out, and but now it's happening.
Yeah, and some people are saying, "Oh, well, Daniel, he's suffered a couple of knockout losses in a row. Do you think he deserves this fight? Does that matter to you? What's your thought process going into that? Are you just happy to have a fight in one championship now? It's been so long since we've seen you, since you won the belt against Zhang Mian last year."
Yeah, I didn't really think about that. I believe he deserves a shot. Like look what he did in the last event like that he fought at like with Super. Like he took it on last minute. He took it on the week and like with a few days notice. Like when World Tank pulled out. So you got to give your hats off to the guy. You got to give respect. No, nobody else did that on the card. I don't know why. Zhang fought on the same card. I don't know why he didn't do that. But the Daniel did. So he deserves another shot.
That's true, and the loss before that was in MMA, and that was against Jeremy Miado, who missed weight and looked a lot bigger. And let's be honest, MMA is not Daniel's natural thing. He is a Muay Thai guy and a kickboxing guy, so good to see him back in his natural striking home. But I'm excited for this one, and obviously Daniel is one of the nice guys in this sport, in this promotion, like yourself. I imagine there's not going to be much trash talk, John. Have you already spoken to Daniel?
No, I haven't spoken to him. I never spoke to him, but yeah, it's just business for me. I'm just going in there and again trying to get the job done.
We got some questions here. Power Pick will ask, why does your background look like a jail?
It's actually my home gym. If you want to see a little bit, actually, a little home gym here. My garage.
Yeah, you're not in jail. You're in
jail.
the home gym. That's good to see. Lazy T saying that the matchup doesn't make sense, but Jon Di Bella deserves a fight, so he can't complain too much. Yeah, I think I'm seeing this a lot, John. Everyone's just so happy to see you back. Are you feeling the love from the fans?
Yeah, I didn't have time to like check everything because it was like it just happened. They just announced it, and it's morning here, so I just woke up. My phone exploded, so I didn't really like have a chance to check everything. But yeah, it feels good. It feels good for sure.
Are we gonna hear Pavarotti again? Asked Damien.
Maybe, maybe.
Was this your walkout music for the last fight? Yeah. Well, I think who is it? Sexyama has time to say goodbye by what's his name?
Bocelli. I think it's Bocelli.
Yeah, yes. So I'm butchering all the opera favorites. I love a bit of that. That's good to see. Did JDB get an offer to fight someone else before Mini T? Asks Jack Zone. Yeah, was there anyone else in the frame or what?
There was in June. There was a thing. There was an offer. I got a fight offer against Zhang. I took it. We said yes. We accepted, and something happened. I don't know with the card. Something fell through. They couldn't put it on. I think he was injured or something like that. And they were out. Like they just postponed it to like August, and on August, like the beginning of August, which was the last card, August 5th, which I had a family vacation, so I couldn't do it. So I already had to book the family vacation, and plus the business things weren't straight out, so we straightened them out. But I don't know if he has a fight booked or he booked a fight after that, and or he's still injured. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure about that, but it will happen. That fight will happen.
Yeah, you feeling if you beat Daniel in this fight, Zhang is going to be the next one, right?
Yeah, Zhang's fighting the winner for sure.
Okay. What if he's there? Is he gonna get in the ring? You're gonna have a stare down? That'd be fun. I'm not sure if he'll come all the way from China though. It's a bit far.
Hopefully.
Further for you though, and I know you had trouble last time. You know, you were stuck at the airport, I think, on the way to Kuala Lumpur. Are you planning to maybe get to Thailand a bit sooner this time? What's your thought process?
We already arranged that. Yeah, everything's set with that. Yeah. Not like
And
not way sooner, but like a bit, just a few more days extra earlier.
Okay, so because it's a popular thing now to go, and I think Jonathan Haggerty, when he won the belt, he beat Nongo, he went and did a little, mini camp out there in Koh Samui. Would you be tempted to do that in the future, or you got to stay in Canada, or what? I know you go down to Florida as well, and you're down at Killcliff.
Yeah, maybe in the future, but yeah, we're home training now, and we're in North America. We're gonna stay in North America, and then about a week and a half before the fight will go out.
Sweet. Andrew says he can't fight because he's on a permanent vacation. Yeah, same as me. But how was your vacation? I forgot where you're going. Yeah.
Good. Everything's good. I just had a family thing to do, and everything's good now. I'm back. We came back last week, and we're good to go.
That sounds good. Al C saying, JDP, what do you need to look out for against Daniel Williams? What are his main weapons?
I believe he has many weapons. I believe he's a warrior. So like he's gonna come to fight. He's gonna bring the fight. So I like that. He's gonna bring the fight, and he's gonna bring the heat. I know he's more experienced than I am, so he's gonna bring a lot more experience in the ring. So he's gonna take a lot of experience and like show his skills. He has a lot of good boxing, good low kicks. He has a bit of everything. So I gotta watch out for everything.
All right, I'll ask one more, then I'll throw it to John. And if you have any others that you want to ask in the chat, get them in now. But what was I going to ask? Oh yeah, so we obviously saw things blew up a little bit a couple months ago. Were you surprised to see the love from the fans? And I think everyone kind of rallied to your cause, and they were showing you support. Do you feel like one of the underdogs, or like now you're like a kind of fan favorite in one championship? Have you benefited maybe from everything that's happened in the last few months?
Well, I always look at the positive side. So yeah, I'm happy just to have everybody showed me love, and I love everybody for doing that. Thank you, everybody. But yeah, just now it's.
All right, I'm going to throw it to JHK now. Then I'll head back into the chat for any other questions there. John, do you have anything for John, your namesake?
Petstanong, we heard the news. He got busted for PEDs and was stripped of the title. When you heard that, what was your reaction as a champion?
I didn't understand. I couldn't hear you guys. Hello?
Hi, can you hear us?
Yeah, now I can hear you guys. You cut out for a second there.
Oh,
what was
sorry.
the question? What was the question?
John, do you want to ask your question again, or should I tell JDB?
Oh, I could ask him again. Petstanong,
okay.
A sitting champion. He was busted for PEDs, stripped of his title, suspended. When you heard the news, what was your reaction?
Oh yeah, man, it's horrible. You don't want that. You don't want that to happen. You don't want to see that happening to everybody, like getting caught for that, especially like it's not. We want to be clean athletes. You know what I mean? We want all the champions to be clean. So I don't know if he came out and said it wasn't not clean. Or he got injured or something. He took something, but we all want to be clean, man. I always want to be tested. I'm for testing, so I'm happy that everybody gets to get tested now, and everybody's getting tested. So I can't wait for that. I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, what does that say? About the promotion where they're taking a champion and making an example of a champion. Yeah,
you have to want to be real about it. No, you don't want to hide it from everybody. So it's good. You have to give everybody their punishment. I'm guessing. I kind of like Petstanong as a person. He looks like a cool guy, but yeah, man, I don't have really much to say about that. It's just he got caught, and I feel like everybody should get tested. Not only the champions, everybody should get tested. Yeah.
What do you think of all these super fights that's been been put on?
Oh man, I'm excited for that. It looks cool. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I had a chance to speak to Shatri about that, and he said, yeah, it's gonna be a lot more fun fights coming up, and I'm like, yeah, I'm excited for it, and and I think everything like in the future, like everybody's gonna be fighting each other. So like everybody's saying who should fight who should fight who, like who should fight them, the ranked, and eventually everybody's gonna be fighting each other, guys. So be patient. Everybody's gonna be fighting each other.
Rodtang versus Superlek. What is your prediction for that one?
I believe Superlek is gonna win on points and unanimous decision, or yeah, it could be a good fight, but I have Superlek by decision.
Do you ever see Rodtang getting knocked out? Like,
It's a tough one. Like anybody can get caught and get knocked out in the fight, but yeah, I don't really see it happening in this fight, but it could happen. I wouldn't be surprised.
back to you, Nick.
Well, yeah, just talking about super fights. Are we ever going to see you in one of these things? Yeah, you said Chatri mentioned it to you. Like, who would you like to face? You know, what are you going to cross over? Would you like to cross over into Muay Thai or even MMA? What's going on there? Would you have anything in your mind?
I wouldn't have anything in my mind now, but like I'm focusing on kickboxing right now. But yeah, if anybody like wants to come for fight in the kickboxing right now, I'll fight that. But in the future, I'll try Muay Thai fight.
Yeah, maybe. Would you ever consider a different weight division, up or down, or what? You know, in kickboxing.
I was actually maybe more down, like 115 division, hopefully, if there was, because I'm underweight right now. So
You're underweight.
Yeah.
What do you got to eat to get on weight?
I don't know, pizza, everything with the Musumechi diet.
Yeah, the Musumechi diet. He's going to be on the card, right?
Yeah, we're gonna see. We might do a pizza eating contest or something during fight week or something.
Well, I tell you what, Mikey has found the best pizza place in all of Bangkok.
I saw that. I had my eye on that. That looks really
Yeah, so maybe he'll take you guys. Yeah, I'm sure he will. He's a lovely guy. I know you like your coffee as well, and Nicola is asking, do you have an espresso before your fights?
Yeah, always have my espresso before my fights. Yeah, of course. I actually came out with my own espresso brand. It's right here, actually. It's Bella.
Oh.
Yeah. And the back right here. So yeah, I actually came out with it actually not even a month ago. Yeah, so we just started that.
Where can people find this?
It is going to be available at dibellaespresso.com. It's not available yet, but like in the next month, it's going to be available online.
All right, shameless plug. We got to do it. Maybe bring some out to Bangkok.
I will. I already thought.
I'd love to try it. I'm a bit of a coffee fan. I know, John, you like coffee as well. JHK, you know, we share a room at these things, and he's always up early in the morning making his coffee. So maybe we can get some Di Bella coffee, huh?
I'll bring you guys a bag each for sure.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Nice.
I know.
Taste off.
Taste off. Yeah. I know we asked for your thoughts on Rodtang and Superlek, but Jack just wanted to know quickly your thoughts on Tawanchai Superbon and Haggerty Andrade, if you have a prediction for those two.
They didn't main event of my Tawanchai and Superbon is in the main event.
Those two fights are both on your card, the last two. So, yeah, I mean, I guess you're well placed to talk about them.
I didn't even really think about that one, but I like Superbon's left. His kick. Yeah, I really like his right kick, but also now like with Tawanchai, I broke Kiria's arm. He has a good kick too. So I believe it's gonna be a battle of kicks, counter kicking. I like it. I kind of like it. I don't have no prediction on that one. It's like a 50-50 fight for me.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Both of those fights very tough to predict. But my man Tristan, who is over at Sitsong Penang Gym, he's here in the chat. He's asking for a prediction on Asa, Ten Pal, and Rambo Lek, if you have a prediction for that too.
Yeah, Asa, baby. Asa all day.
Sorry, I asked Siri. I have a problem with my computer. It keeps going off. What did you say? Sorry.
But Aza's my guy.
Asa is my guy too. Yeah, I do like Asa. I do like Asa. I have this. If I say something, like the Siri on my computer just thinks I'm talking to. Oh no, I've just said it again. Now it's going. I'll stop saying. It's like Voldemort in Harry Potter. I need to stop saying the word Siri. I said it again. All right. Okay. Has JDB been watching one Friday fights? And if so, would he ever like to fight in Wembley Stadium? Well, you're going to be fighting there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So is that a bit of a bucket list thing for you, or anything? Have you always wanted to fight there?
Yeah, I kind of did always want to fight there. I fought like at Madison Square Garden like 5 times in my pro career, and I headlined it. I headlined Madison Square Garden like twice, and yeah, and it was really cool. But now I'm going to the other side of the world and being one of the world championships fights in Lupini. It's really cool. So it is a bucket list thing.
It's the Madison Square Garden of Asia, as Mitch Chilson says on one Friday fight. All right. John is so classy, says Angelo. I love that he's here. We love that he's here. Yes.
Thank you.
It's good to have you back. I know we've taken up 15 minutes of your time, so
No, I can say a bit more.
Okay. Well, yeah, JHK. If you have anything else, go now. Otherwise, we can. I can give a bit more questions. Sorry, I'm losing my voice slightly, but we'll be here for another 15 minutes max. But do you have any other questions, JHK, for JDB?
If you could change any rule, right, in kickboxing, what rule would you change?
Oh, nice. A good question. That is a good question. I would like to see a bit more of like I don't know, like in North America, we're allowed to catch the kicks and like counter with a punch, but in some leagues like they disallow it. Like so, I want to straighten that out a bit more. Like I wanted like a global thing. Like some leagues like catch it and you can catch the kick and hold it and counter, and some leagues you can't catch the kick. So I would like to straighten out that one first of all, that one, and that's it. That's all about it. I like the rules. Yeah.
What about Joseph Lasiri? Have you spoken to him? Do you know when he's coming back? I know he's injured at the moment, and they have an interim title now in his division. Prajanshai knocked out Sam A. Is he ready to go anytime soon for that fight?
I have no idea. I haven't spoken to him. He's like he's from the northern part of Italy, and I'm from the southern part of Italy.
Oh, really?
Really, like don't know that good, that well.
I thought all the Italians stuck together, or what? No. All right. Yeah, that's a shame. I like Joseph Lasiri though. Yeah, I
like him too.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I'm trying to think any other Italians in one championship. I'm probably missing some really obvious ones. Anyone in the chat?
That one girl. That she's called Amber Kitchen.
Oh, Martine Micheletto. Yeah.
Micheletto.
Yes.
Yeah. And she's really good. I was wondering maybe they might call her up to fight Smiller or something, or I don't know. But yeah, interesting. Tristan asking, how do you feel about Petrosian coming back one last time, bro? I'm excited for the last dance. Yes. What do you think?
Yeah, I feel good, man. I think
he's one of your crew, right?
Yeah,
a bit of Italian.
I want to like see him back and finish his career on top, and yeah, I want him to finish with a nice victory in his last fight. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I would like to see Petrosian come back as well. Jack asking JDB, how many people told you look like the Oppenheimer actor? I forgot the guy's name. You know who he is.
Isn't he the guy from Peaky Blinders?
Peaky Blinders, yeah.
Yeah.
His name too.
He's got a name I can't pronounce. Cillian Murphy.
Yeah.
Isn't he British?
He's British.
Irish, right? Or
Irish.
something.
Yeah, one or the other.
Yeah. They would take huge offense to being lumped in with British. There. A lot of history, Ireland and that. Yeah. Okay. Right. Cillian Murphy. That's how you pronounce it. Says Lazy T. Right.
Killian.
I haven't seen Oppenheimer. Have you seen it, guys? Either of you?
No.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen
I'm ashamed to say I went to see Barbie instead with my girlfriend in London. So.
What?
Yeah.
You went to see
I didn't want to.
Barbie?
And we both hated it.
What are
So
you,
we didn't
10?
enjoy it. I'm 35. Yeah.
Barbie.
It was bad.
Oh my god.
I think the problem was Oppenheimer is 3 hours long, and Barbie.
So those
was
are the
kind of-
options: Oppenheimer or Barbie.
Yeah. Well, some people were doing both.
You
in
definitely
one
would
day.
pick Oppenheimer. Why would you choose Barbie?
Because it's three hours, man. And yeah, you know, I might wait till that comes out on whatever Netflix. I can break it up a bit. But what do you think? You know, are you a film guy,
Breaking up
JDB?
Barbie.
I am a film guy. Yeah, I like to stay home, like, and rest. I'm very good at resting, and yeah, just watch movies and chill at home.
How many Barbie movies have you seen?
I think I've.
You should never admit that to us. You know.
Yeah,
Just
sorry.
kept that to yourself. I don't know why you said that.
Oh, Yo-Yo's watching. So this is, yeah, she went to see it with me, my girlfriend. We did hate
she
it.
drag
but
you to the movie theater, or did you say like, "Let's go watch Barbie"?
we
That's what we want.
decided. I won't say she dragged me. You know,
Oh
yeah.
god.
But the popcorn was good. Yeah, and popcorn cost about £10 for a box. But
You're there for the food. We know.
We know.
the problem is in England, you get 25 minutes of advertisements before the film starts. So I almost finished my popcorn before it even started. Yeah. In Hong Kong, it's about 3 minutes. Bang, you're in. Film starts. What's it like in America, John? Oh, you're in Canada, obviously. Yeah. What's
No,
it
America,
like
same thing. They have commercials in the beginning.
thing,
You
same
know?
there?
So I finish my popcorn too sometimes before the
Oh
movie.
yeah.
Everybody does. You know?
I'm tired of that. I'm tired of it. All right. Any movie recommendations, JDB? Asks Lazy T.
Not really. Let me think about it. I think the one with Jason Statham and the shark, Meg, the second one. I think
Meg 2.
Meg.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
All right. What's on your playlist, JHK? What are you watching?
Right now,
Yeah.
I was rewatching Eastbound and Down.
I know
I've been watching.
you fell asleep in the hotel room with Eastbound and Down on the laptop, and it was on like an auto loop, so it just kept playing the next episode. So I'm just listening to it, laughing from my bed, because I love that show. But John was passed out snoring. This was the night before the fights, whatever it was. So like 1 a.m. on the Saturday morning. It was good. Anyway, a lot of love for you, JDB.
Well, it's better than Barbie. I'm telling you that right
It's
now.
better than Barbie. Yeah, it is better than Barbie. Although, as the WMMA scene now says, Ken, I like Ryan Gosling. He was pretty good in that. He's always good, Gosling.
Oscar nominee.
Oscar nominee. Maybe not for this film. What did I just watch? One of his good films. Is it Drive? Is that what it's called?
He doesn't
Ryan
have
Gosling.
good films, so I don't know.
Drive.
His best
I
film
think
was
that's it.
Barbie. That's what I heard.
No, Drive is really good. Check that out. Okay. Ichi saying, "Let's go, champ." Yeah, a lot of people love you, JDB. I don't know if you know.
Ichi.
Yeah, you're kind of like a hero, especially beyond kickboxing. Those guys all love you. I think Ichi works with them. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
What'd you think of Chinggis? His fight. It looked like he from talking to him ahead of the fight and then listening to like his interviews after the fight, like he had some like real like mental, barricades right ahead of this fight. Did you feel that a little bit?
Yeah, I felt that. I felt like the Marat Gregorian fight was important to him, and he wanted to get that. He wanted to get that done, and he wanted to get that victory, really, really, really bad. So, I'm happy for him that he got the victory, and he showed it that he's a true champion. Yeah.
Some people, I'm not gonna name any, but one of us three thought that Marat won that fight. What'd you think?
I'm not. Chingy's won the fight. Chingy's won the fight.
But the thing is, it's a trip to that how that fight played out, right? Because if you see Murat in the first couple of rounds, you're like, what is he doing? Why is he fighting like this, right? It's almost like he was like building up to something, but it never happened. Did you kind of get that watching that fight?
A little bit, but like sometimes like you try to like plan something in a fight and like it doesn't happen. So sometimes like it doesn't go out like worked out your way, but as long as you get the job done.
We got to see Chinggis versus Petrosian, man. That's the fight we got to see.
The first one happened, I believe, in Bellator.
Yeah.
And now and I would like to see it in one.
Bring him back. If he's not retired, we don't know. Is he retired, Nick? Have you had sources?
I don't know, man. I don't know. No idea. He doesn't look like he's in fighting shape, and I heard he's kind of like very overweight. Like, not saying he's fat or anything, but yeah, he's sort of not in fight shape. You know what I mean? So if he does come back, it's going to take him a while to get down. And I just think the longer it goes on, it's worse for him. And you don't want to be coming off a 2-3 year layoff against these guys like Chinggis and Superbon. It's maybe best if he does not come back. Well, I would like to see it. Chinggis versus Sitichai 3. Anyone else? Christian? I think that's a good one for him. I think
I like that.
Yeah, I like that. I like that
a lot.
Tristan is defending me. I was sat next to Tristan in the back watching Murat v Chinggis. I wasn't actually out in the arena. I was in backstage, and we were all there, and I was turning to him like, I have no idea what's going on because I don't really know how to score kickboxing fights. And Murat won the end of the fight. He's saying, yeah, I think Murat won the last round, and I think I just didn't really know how to score it. But apparently I'm an idiot. Everyone was saying Chinggis dominated it. Was I that dumb that I thought Murat maybe would have snuck a decision? Was it clearly Chinggis? JDB, was I stupid?
Well, it was back and forth. And every round was close. But I feel like Chinggis won the rounds like by close. But he dominated the rounds. And then maybe the last round, Murat won clearly. But the first part of the fight and like most of the part of the fight, like Chinggis won on points for sure.
Yeah, I spoke to.
But he won most of the rounds.
Yeah, I was asking some of the judges after, and I just wanted to get their thought process, and they were saying, well, if you look at it, because I said I thought Chinggis was on the back foot the whole time. He was constantly just. The rat was going forward, right? But they were saying, well, yeah, Chinggis on the back foot, but he's landing as he moves away, right? Is that like the key to his success there?
Yeah, I think so. Like whatever he planned didn't work out for him in the whole fight, but I believe that he did enough. It was perfect. Like, what he did was well. But I would like to see him finish what he was planning to do. But it didn't work out.
Well, he says, he was only at 70%. Oh, sorry, like 30%. So that's quite scary. All right. Anyway, Chatri says Petrosian will fight in March. Says Jack. Well, is that a recent statement from Chatri or what? I don't know where that's from. Ernesto backing me up. Yes, Chinggis did a lot of running in the final rounds. Tristan says, yeah, I had a feeling Murat would lose, but I always go for the underdog. Right. Well, look, John, JDB, if you want to get out of here, go. I think we will wrap up soon. Do you have any?
Thank you guys for having me.
Any message for the fans? You've got a huge fight. If they've just tuned in, you are finally coming back. Jon Di Bella against Daniel Williams. October 7th, Bangkok, 1 Fight Night 15. What's going to happen, JDB, when you get back in that ring?
The fight's going to be a war. It's going to be a back and forth fight with two high-level strikers, and it's going to be a war. Thank you guys.
All right,
guys for support all the time.
We'll see you in Bangkok. Please bring us some coffee. We're going to need it, I think,
I'll bring
especially on
I'll bring a few back.
Saturday
Hey,
morning.
I like that little espresso cup as well. The little one.
This one?
That look, yeah. Oh no, yeah, I like that. That's nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
That's very nice.
Yeah, maybe you can give us some merch as well. Yeah,
I'll try.
we'll swap.
Try to get
We'll swap merch. We'll give you a T-shirt. Yeah. Okay, man. Yeah, thanks so much. We'll see you there. Cheers, brother. Thanks for jumping on the show.
Take care.
All right. Well, JHK, we
Let's
wrap
get
it up.
out of here, man. Let's shut this down. I think. Or
Yeah,
do we need
I'll
to discuss more?
I don't know. Tristan, I'll bring City Chai. Do you want coffee or a T-shirt? Anyway, we'll get you both.
Coffee or a t-shirt?
I think we've covered most of, if not everything. So, I don't know. If you have anything else you want to say, do it now or forever hold your peace. You know.
Well, we got the Fabricio interview coming, most likely in the next day or two, and then Alicia Rodrigues interview. Maybe get some footage of her training as well. Check it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what's coming up, and then next week we should have some more guests for you, some more One Championship luminaries.
Yeah, I tried to get Daniel Williams for this one, but Australia are ahead of us time-wise, so the man had to go to bed. So don't blame him. I'll try and get Daniel on, an interview separate from these. WMMAC now, I forgot about this comment, but yes, I'm amazed that most Americans don't have a passport, because Chuck was going to come to Singapore for this event, but he says he's not going to get his passport in time. I was like, you don't have a passport? I'm amazed. Yeah. What is that?
Because they don't leave.
Yeah.
Because it's America. I pledge allegiance to the flag. Like it's America.
Well, get out there in the world, guys.
Yeah. Well,
there's no guns. Well, there's guns, but not. I would say you're less likely to die elsewhere. But I do love America. I enjoyed Denver. I had a good time there, but it's expensive as hell. But so is Hong Kong. So is England. Can't complain. Glad these streams are coming regular again, says WMMAC now. Yeah, we're happy to do them, once a week. If twice a week becomes necessary, we'll do it. Never needed one before. All right, Chuck, get your passport sorted. So we want to see you in Bangkok for October 7th. Maybe you can make that one. But there are less WMMA fights on that. I think there are none, actually. Prediction for Smilla and Alicia. I think we said earlier, I'm going for Alicia. I think you are too, JHK.
Yeah, I think Alicia pulls it off. We'll see, though.
We will see. Andrew is not a fan of Denver. Come hang out in the Rust Belt with me. What's the Rust Belt? Sorry. I'm going to Google that. Rust Belt, a region of the United States that experienced industrial decline in the 1950s. Is that what it's famous for?
Denver?
The Rust Belt.
I guess so. I've never even heard of that.
What? Tell me where that is.
Maybe it's like a kinky thing or something. A Rust Belt.
The Rust Belt.
Come hang out in the Rust Belt with me. What is the Rust Belt?
This is a PG show. We'll keep it clean. Google tells me it's Ohio and Pennsylvania. Right. I'm just looking. Andrew, give us an update on that. Tristan says Smilla's going to win. Very tall. Yeah, that could be the thing. WMMAC now says, hopefully Harm wins the belt. I can travel to see her fight live before she retires. I am gutted for you, Chuck, that you are not going to be there. I actually went through similar stuff last year. I missed Fabricio Lineker's first fight because I was renewing my passport after it had actually entered its last month. So I missed the DJ. Was it DJ and Adriano's second fight? And then I missed Fabricio and Lineker. Yeah. So I got there eventually for Prime Video 3, Angela and Panda's trilogy. Something like that. Or was that number 2? Yeah. Anyway, I had some passport issues. You guys who are fans of the channel, you remember me banging on about that. Anyway, the Rust Belt is a section of the Midwest. Okay. Got you. It's the Eastern Midwest where all the factories used to be. Now we mostly get drunk and collect unemployment. Sounds good to me. I like to get drunk. And, yeah. But I don't know. When we'll be back? Maybe it'll be one of the 4 places One Championship goes to next year in America. The Rust Belt.
Rust Belt.
Let's see. Right. Okay. We're gonna get out of here, guys. Appreciate you all keeping things going in the chat. Sorry to leave, but yeah, it's 10:30 here for me. So I'm going to go unwind a bit. I've been working all day. Got other stuff to do for SCMP. Been on since 9 a.m. till 6. Covering the sport desk. Busy day. But as John says, Fabricio Andrade interview, I will put that out tomorrow. So check back on the channel for that. And yeah, we have a challenge, obviously, to keep the content rolling for the next 5 weeks or so until Rodteng v Superlek. So we'll be doing a few more of these, and John is going to be going out and about in Phuket, getting some interviews on the ground there. So don't worry, content will still be coming. John, final word from you before we get out of here.
Good night or good morning.
And good luck. Yeah, or good morning. It is good night for both of us. We'll see you all next time.